Hello friends, this is Dr. John WorldPeace JD coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico. The following is an introduction to who I am and my peace objectives in this lifetime. I'm 77, feel like 50, was born in Houston, Texas in 1948. Texas was my home state until September 2011 when I moved to New Mexico. I'm a high IQ, high energy polymath. It means I have a lot of interests. I've been in 5 traditional relationships, 2 of which were 19-year formal marriages. My first marriage produced 4 children, 1 girl, 3 boys. They are now all in their early 50s and have their own lives in which I have little involvement. My last relationship ended in 2018, and I have lived a solitary life since. I may enter into another relationship, but I'm not actively seeking one now. A relationship with someone who is not involved in one or more of my various projects will probably not last. That's my history. I have degrees in political science, 1970, accounting, 1978, law, 1984, all from the University of Houston. I worked full-time through 10 years of college with a family for 6 of those 10 years. I borrowed no money for my education. I've been self-employed virtually my entire career, working with small business owners in insurance, accounting, tax, and marketing, which is really web designs. Presently, I only work in the area of web design minimally to pay my bills. I live a minimalist lifestyle, but I work on some project virtually all my waking hours. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, infantry sergeant, 1970-72, who served in the U.S. Army and a U.S. Army company assigned to the NATO Forces Southern European Task Force. I was a political science major on campus full-time at the University of Houston from 1966 to 1970. During the massive protests regarding the Vietnam War and civil rights. My flagship website is JohnWorldPeace.com and has over 43,000 pages that I wrote on it at this time. I live an open life. What is important and relevant in my life can be found on my website. All my other websites are linked from this website, JohnWorldPeace.com. I never intended to retire, so I created business careers that I alone controlled. It has worked out well for me. I'm also an artist and poet. I have written books on politics, religion, spirituality, and poetry. A total of 154 books. Self-published for sale on Amazon.com. I was raised Presbyterian. I'm a follower of the spiritual teachings of Jesus and other spiritual teachers, but I am not a religionist of any stripe. I am familiar with and have re-edited the sacred texts of the major world religions. I've written 10 books on Christianity and Jesus, which are listed and summarized on my website, King of Kings, Lord of Lords.com. I am 77 and a follower of the spiritual teachings of Jesus and the 4 Gospels, but I am not a corporate Christian nationalist or Christian Zionist, nor a religionist of any stripe. I am a radical, liberal, left follower of the foundational message of the radical, liberal, left teaching of Jesus per the red letter words out of the mouth of Jesus. Matthew 25:31. If you do not heal the sick, feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, etc., you will go to hell. What you do to others, you do to me. These words override the claim that you are saved. If you are saved, you will follow these words. If you do not follow these words, you're not saved. These words of Jesus are the foundation of American democracy, the only melting pot nation in the world human society, and the chosen people of God, which is the light of the world human society. No one denies that America is the most successful nation in the world human society. I am one man with one message, world peace. That is my metric. I do not worship the earth god of money. I live a minimalist life. I have no organization with members, no followers, no disciples, and I have no intention of changing that mindset. My attitude about religion and spirituality is in harmony with the story of the blind man and the elephant. In short, if you are focused on only one religion, one part of the elephant, you will not understand the elephant of spirituality and religion. World history is full of the unpeaceful, if not genocidal acts of all the major religions in the name of God. Christianity, Zionism, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, they're all the same with regard to their aggression toward other human beings. With regards to religion, I believe the following from Jeremiah 31:33 from the Old Testament and from Hebrews 8:10 in the New Testament. God has put his laws in the hearts and minds of every human being, and no one needs to teach anyone. Through study, meditation, prayer, each person can find his own way to God in their life. I'm the only global advocate for peace and world peace in the world human society since Gandhi was assassinated on January 30, 1948, my mother's 21st birthday, and I was born 3 months later on April 24th, 1948, in Houston, Texas. I am 77. No one has challenged my global peace advocacy since I changed my name to John WorldPeace on Good Friday, April 1988. I'm the only advocate for Jesus Christ per John 14:26, which says, "These things I have spoken to you while abiding with you, but the advocate, counselor, Holy Spirit," Jesus used words here that references attorneys, of which I was one, "whom the Father will send in my name. He will teach you all things and bring to your memory all that I have said to you." No Christian has ever challenged me as being the advocate for Jesus Christ. John 14:26. Elijah said he was the only prophet of God. John the Baptist said he was the herald of Jesus Christ. I'm the only advocate for Jesus. John 14:26. None of the three of us have had an organization. We were standalone men with a God-given mandate and message. My main focus in life at this point is to establish a university curriculum to teach peace in the world human society. A curriculum that leads to a BA, MA, PhD in peace studies. No university in the world human society has such a curriculum. In a world of chaos from the beginning, to not teach peace is stupid. My mantra is this: how can we increase the level of peace in the world human society if we don't include everyone, all religions, all nationalities, all genders, all races, in our vision of peace? The answer is we can't. World peace is democratic and all-inclusive. It is my life experience that people hate peace and world peace, and they more so hate anyone who advocates it. There are two reasons for this. One, human beings are predatory, self-serving. Two, increasing the level of peace in the world, human society requires change. And human beings hate change more than they hate world peace. Email is listed below. World peace is one word. Until that is incorporated into the world human society, world peace will remain two things. When peace becomes our priority, world peace will become our reality. You cannot establish peace on a foundation of violence. This is Dr. John WorldPeace. Have a good day.